What's up, Stripe Nation? Blake Albertson here with B&B Lawn Care. We've got about 3 or 4 projects lined up today. Some have small gates where we're gonna need a smaller aerator in it, and some have spots like this where we need to aerate and then take the overseeder, have small slits cut in as we drop seed. So we're gonna get seed directly onto the soil, which is gonna help it grow and get this yard back into shape. This video is sponsored by the Home Depot rental, and what I wanted to do today was show you guys that even if you don't own the equipment, you can still go rent it for 4 hours, for a day, for 2 days, and make money, and you don't have to turn down work if they have a small gate, if you need an overseeder. But if you only use one of these machines a day or 2 out of the entire year, like I do, I just schedule all my jobs with a small gate on one day and rent it for $101 instead of sinking thousands of dollars and having it sit around in my garage the rest of the year. This is a perfect partnership to show you guys that you can still go out and quote work and make money even if you don't own every unique piece of equipment. Let's get to work. Let's get these lawns back into shape, looking beautiful, and make some money. All right, we're gonna go ahead and watch this footage together. Gonna go back and forth aerating this lawn. Some of these angles aren't the best. You can't see some of the best results, but we will get some cinematic footage for you. Now, some of these areas are worse than others on this lawn. They had some sort of disease come through and just take out parts of this lawn. So I wanted to get it all aerated over a couple times and then bring the overseeder in and get some nice seed to soil contact. I get a lot of questions from customers and from guys just getting started into aeration and overseeding. Why do we do it in the fall so much opposed to other times of the year? Summer, it's just too hot. Spring, in Kansas City, we go straight from winter to summer weather. We're also dealing with pre-emergence, which doesn't allow seed to grow. Another great benefit in the fall time is we're not dealing with as many weeds. They've been taken care of earlier in the year by fertilizer, and in the fall we just have a month or two of just perfect seed growing weather. This was the only area that really was questionable if it needed to be dethatched or not, because there was a thatch layer there. Normally, like the saying is, if it's a ½ inch or more of thatch, then dethatch it before overseeding. But when I got the slits in, I mean, it was like less or right at a half. Like I don't think that we're gonna have any issues, especially just raking up some of these areas, roughing them up a little bit. I don't think we're gonna have any issues, and I think it's gonna really help the lawn. I mean, that lawn was in pretty rough shape. Here's the second lawn that is also in really rough shape. Now, we cut this one down to the ground and collected all of the clippings, which is what I highly recommend you do before you overseed. But this is straightforward. I think the dogs are running up something on the side of that lawn. I think they just running back and forth on that fence. You can tell it was pretty much dirt. We went over this lawn twice with the overseeder. Typically they say to do a half seed rate if you're going to do that option, but it's just in such rough shape. We went ahead and did the full seed rate and just went over it twice. All right, guys, so we are wrapping up for the day here using the overseeder, using the aerator. Everything went really well.
and I'm super excited to see. I took some before and after pictures. I'm super excited to see what the lawns are gonna look like here, maybe in 2 or 3 weeks when that seed starts coming in. So I wanted to give you guys my overall thoughts and opinions on these 2 pieces of equipment. This Overseeder was actually a lot easier to use than I was expecting and worked really, really well, and it was really simple to operate. I will give you like a pro tip here. Make sure you or the customer cuts their grass as short as possible and bags it. It's super important. You're not gonna have a ton of thatch laying on the yard, interrupting the seed, not letting sunshine through, so on and so forth. So make sure to cut it low, bag it, then go over this. We were using a 3 blend fescue, so super, super awesome. And as for the Ryan Aerator, there's a little bit of a learning curve. At first, it seems tough to use, but as I got used to it and I got better at it, just like anything, I kind of got in a rhythm and it wasn't bad. So it's definitely a great aerator to fit into the backyards. And like I said, the reason you would rent these and the way to make money is making sure that you group your aerations and overseeding all as close as possible. So let's say you have 4 or 5, get them all done in one day. Only rent the machine for 1 day and you're gonna make really, really good money. If you have 5, 6, 7, 8, rent it for 2 days and just bust them out those 2 days or however many you can get done. The key is to only rent the machines the days you need them and then save the money. Don't go, I mean, this is a, you know, this is $5,000 just right here. And if I only use it for 2 days out of the whole year, that's a waste of space sitting around in my garage or shop. It's a waste of all that money if you spend the $5,000, you only use it for 2 days, where you could spend a few $100s here just renting it for those 2 days and make the same amount of money, and you're just not sitting around all year and it's saving you thousands of bucks. All right guys, so that is it. You can make really, really good money even if you don't own the machines. So yes, you can go out and bid these jobs even though you don't own the equipment. And you don't have to turn down jobs just because there's small gates or just because you can't. I don't have an overseeder, I can't do that. I don't have a verticutter, I can't do that. You can do those things, okay? So learn the pricing, figure out what it costs to rent them, and then pass that cost on to the customer. And that's how it is. And the cool thing is if you do 4 or 5 in 1 day, you're passing just a little chunk of that onto the customer. So it's still a good deal for them. It's still incredible value for them. That's it guys, go make $1,000, $1,500 a day renting somebody else's equipment. You can do it, I just did it. Hope you guys have a great rest of the day. Thank you so much for watching. Stay positive, keep hustling. Peace.